What's up guys, my name is Sebastian and I hope you guys are having a great day and will continue having one. I got a little video for you. I just posted a video of me buffing out some scratches in my new Q60. So I kind of want to do a modification plans as I did with the G35 and the Q70. A short sum up of what happened to the Q70 is there was some previous damage. It was in a wreck with the last owner, and whoever did the repairs never reported it to Carfax and did it really horribly. Pretty much the rear end of the vehicle, the trunk part was falling off. It was made of Bondo and fiberglass and things like that, so it wasn't good. When I took it to the body shop to get my bumper painted and try and make it look a little better altogether, I didn't know it was that deep. They told me that I had frame damage and all kinds of other stuff, sent me a bunch of photos. I'll just show a few right there of what was going on. It was really unfortunate. I really liked my Q70, but that's the circumstance. Is I asked the dealer that sold it to me, which is actually the dealer that I work at, if they can work something out with me. They gave me what I paid for the car, so that was nice. I think the Q60 was a couple thousand more, had less miles and was newer. So I decided to go with the Q60. I wanted a coupe. I wanted something that I can kind of make fast, and I chose the Q70 after the transmission in the G35 blew up because that was kind of what we had available. So I went ahead and got this, and I'm really happy with it. I am super stoked, and there's a lot of plans that I have that are more performance-wise than what I was planning on with the Q70. I have quite a list, and I'll post all the photos that I have of these right there so you guys can go find them yourself. This is what I call a smart list. You can always buy the most expensive of everything, but 90% of the time, especially with exhaust and things like that, you're gonna be paying for the name. 90% of the time. I mean, Stillin may have something a little bit better than Megan Racing, but in the end, it's pretty easy to modify it to make the sound that you want. I'm gonna go ahead and go down the list from what I'm doing first to what I'm gonna do last. So the first one is ceramic tint. I wanted 15% all around and then a windshield strip. I actually already did that. I think it was the second day I got it. There is a 5% windshield strip as well as 15% all around, and it gets pretty dark at night. So I'm kind of glad I didn't go 5% all around because that would have been interesting. So next is a police radar. I've been pulled over now. Well, I've been ticketed twice. I've been pulled over a lot. Not specifically just in this car. I've been pulled over once in this car. The thing is I never invested one. I used Waze, which helped a little bit in the G35, but I think the G35 and the Q70 didn't stand out as much. Cops maybe just looked at it as a sedan. Now that this is a coupe, it kind of screams for a little bit more attention. So police radar is definitely gonna be the second one on the list and what I'll be getting next. A good one ranges between $300 and $500. This is a $300 one, comes with a full kit to wire it in so you don't have to use a USB and have all those nasty wires. So that's what I'm gonna do there. I'm gonna get the $300 one. It has really good reviews. If you guys wanna look it up yourself, I would suggest definitely doing your research. But when I did my research, this is the one that I found and I think would best suit where I am. Picks up all police radios and scanners. The next one is pretty much correlates with the next three. So I'm just gonna go over all of them. So the heat exchanger. So a heat exchanger, an intercooler system upgrade, as well as some silicone hoses for the intercooler as well, all those intercooler lines. This is really important, especially with a turbo car. This is the 3.0 turbo, non-red sport. Why I get these parts is first, it does get heat soaked. With turbos, you're gonna get heat soaked pretty quickly as soon as that engine warms up, and if you're pushing it a little bit like I am, I'm pushing it pretty much all the time. Even in regular driving, most of the time I shift around 4,000 RPM other than first gear. It's really important to get that preventative kind of stuff in there just because these turbos are known to go out. As for brands, I'll probably go with the Z1 or the Red Alpha heat exchanger. I want to look into it more before I choose which one because the Z1 is $300 more. The Z1 is $300 less than the Red Alpha heat exchanger, and they don't seem to be much different. So if I can find a difference, then I don't mind paying a little bit more. I can save, I can do whatever. But in the end, I don't want to just pay for a name, even though Red Alpha is cool and then having the Red Alpha 300 badge is cool and all. If I can save $2,000, $3,000 on a build and get the same product with a different name, why not? The intercooler upgrade, I'm definitely gonna go with Z1. It doesn't seem like there is any difference with the Red Alpha and the Z1. I've looked into it. So I'll probably go with the Z1 because it's about almost $1,000 cheaper. So I'll do that. And then I'm gonna go with the Z1 intercooler hoses. Z1 is really good on that, especially with pricing. I think it's $60 for the full kit. I did that on the G35 with just like the regular radiator support hoses and things like that. And it worked fine. I really liked it. It looked cool because everything was blue. I'll probably do black in this engine bay anyway because I'm gonna try to add some carbon fiber elements to it. What I'm gonna go into later in the video is I don't wanna go crazy with the carbon fiber. I don't wanna get a hood. I don't wanna do that because right now this is still my daily. I may get another daily, just like an old Honda Prelude that I can pick up for 2,000 bucks or so. And then keep this as the race car. But for right now, it is my daily. So until it's not, probably won't go into the hood. But the next thing is gonna be wheels. I wanna get Z1 wheels. If you guys look them up, it's actually a picture right there as well. I really like the style of these wheels. I know a lot of people go with this style for Gs, but I don't see them too much on Qs. I don't know if I should go for a more expensive wheel. Z1 makes a very light wheel, which is really nice if you're trying to track this or you're trying to race or things like that. Usually the nicer the wheel, the heavier it is. If it looks really, really fancy and unique, it's most likely pretty heavy. And then after I get the wheels, of course, you guys know, you gotta slam it. So BC Racing coilovers is what I'm gonna go with. And then I'll probably do the Red Alpha control arms, amber kit, and things like that. But that probably would be way after I get the coilovers. I'll probably just stick with the current fitment that I have until we go on a little bit further with the cosmetics. Speaking of carbon fiber, I do want to get the carbon fiber trunk. That's something that's not going to take as much of a hit when driving by someone or kind of tailing someone. Even if I'm a whole car or 2 lengths away, my bumper has a clear bra on it and you can see little rock chips. So that's why I want to get a carbon fiber hood. Is because of that reasoning, but carbon fiber trunk I think would be safe, be a nice aesthetic. I want the still in front splitter, non-carbon fiber, I just want the black one. That's because I just want to go with a very simple carbon fiber aesthetic there. I don't want to go too ricer. Some people do carbon fiber everything and I don't have anything against it, but it's a little too showy for me. So I'm just going to go with a small aesthetic with the carbon fiber trunk. And then I'm also gonna be getting carbon fiber mirror covers. Next is gonna be the carbon fiber mirror caps, also right there. And I'm just gonna go through this kind of quickly. Rear lever is from Easy Splitters. I really like these. I know a lot of people put them on the older muscle cars, but I think it looks super cool and adds a different look, especially at a show, to kind of throw it off from other Qs. And then I also wanna go with the still in side skirts. I really do like Easy Splitters. I do actually have an Easy Splitter in front of me right now, but it doesn't have all the waves and all the good stuff that this car already has. So I think still in side splitters, or still in side skirts, I should say, would be a better option for this kind of build. So next would be the Z1 all-wheel drive sway bar kit. Also put a picture up there. So this is where I get more into performance. The first thing would be Red Alpha intakes. Yes, I'll go Red Alpha instead of the other brands because Red Alpha actually is known to have the most effects, especially after a tune. So I'm gonna be doing the Red Alpha intakes. So this is kind of a mix between two. I am thinking about just doing a custom exhaust, just having a muffler shop do a custom exhaust for me. Because again, with exhaust, I have done a lot of research and it seems like most of the time you're paying for the name. And if you want a nice sound, you want it to be a little louder, you don't care too much about raspiness, you can definitely get a custom exhaust made, especially if you get it done at a qualified shop. For instance, if I decide not to do that, I'll be getting the Red Alpha downpipes as well as the still-in catback exhaust. After all that, after I've got the exhaust sound and all that, I want to get HKS blow-off valves. I think it'd be super cool. I love that sound because the Skyline and everything like that. I mean, everyone knows the Skyline and how they sound. So I really want to get HKS blow-off valves. My boss has them on his GTR, so I kind of already know how good they are. So I think that's where I'm gonna go with then. And then after the blow off valves, I think that's where I'm gonna leave it for most everything. I'll be getting the Ecotech tune. It's supposed to add up to 100 horsepower on stock, so I'm gonna guess around 150. If you look at AMS's Red Alpha Stage 3, which is pretty much what I'm doing, plus a little bit more, they're saying that I should be pushing 460 wheel. With everything that I'm doing, which is a little bit more than that package, I'm thinking I'm gonna be pushing more like 480, especially with the Ecotech tune. Z1 has been a very good brand for a long time, and I do believe that they could push me to over to 150. I do believe that they could probably do 150 more horsepower on this car. Q60 and Q50 has a lot of untapped potential. Fun fact though too is the Red Sport does come with some big brakes, and I think it does come with a little bit bigger wheels. But the big thing that you're paying for is a tune, which is crazy, because a regular tune from a shop, or I should say not a tune, it's a map. But you can get maps from a shop, pay $1,000 instead of $10,000 more on your car. Then last but not least would be a purple vinyl wrap. I don't know if I'll get the wing. I'll probably decide it after I do the wrap, but that'll pretty much complete it. So I hope you guys really liked the video. I know it's kind of long, but I do this every single time. Figured I'd do this now to kind of show it before and after. Hope you guys are having a great day and will continue having one. Peace.